We're back, part 2 of the Sailors on Cue.
And I am about done with this drink, so we are wrapping up here,
Yes,
folks.
but Boat Drinks and Road Stories with myself, Mark Evans, Al Ernst, Corey's behind the camera, and we can hear Sailor. I hope he's making it. There he is. Well, we're at this. We can't remember the name of the club, but it was in a hotel. It was a Friday, Saturday
Well,
run.
obviously, the guy's name that
Was-
booked that was
yeah.
Captain Rowdy.
Now, this was a guy, an older guy, that was bald with a mohawk and wore leather. The dirtiest comic you'd ever want to meet, but the nicest guy in the world.
Ever.
We miss him. Well, he and his girlfriend were like Mo or something like that, wasn't it? Wasn't her name
It was Mo.
They sold sex toys. I don't know if you ever sex toys. They sold
Sex
them at
novelties.
flea markets. Yes, novelties and toys
Yeah.
at flea markets. And when they weren't in a flea market, they were at the front door
In a
where
sliding
you
glass case.
Yeah, where you entered the comedy club. Well, this was 2 or 3 shows that weekend. I was opening for Al. We're on the late show Saturday night, and Al's up there. We're staying in that hotel, so I had a few drinks. I wasn't going anywhere. And while Al's up on the stage, he starts mentioning the novelties
In the
up
front.
And I get this great idea. Well, a couple of the novelties were really kind of cool. If you can go back to when you were a kid, when Snoopy,
They
the
were kind of cool.
yeah, they were had Woodstock, his little bird. You could buy one of those little wind-up plastic birds, had little feet. Well, they had them for body parts. They had,
And you can imagine the body parts.
well, I'm just going to say male penises as opposed to female.
Right.
But they did have the female
It's a whole nother show.
part. It was called the Jolly Jumping Vagina.
Yes, it
And
was.
they
That
had
was
feet.
literally the name.
You'd wind them up and they'd have feet and they'd run.
Yes,
well,
they did.
I figured, well, Al's talking about them, and let's give these people a show. So in the middle of his set, I go up and I wind up one of the Jolly Jumping Vaginas and all of the penises. I raised the curtain up. I remember you said you saw my hand.
Yep,
sticking out. You didn't
I
know
did.
what was happening.
Yep.
And this Jolly Jumping Vagina goes running across the front of the stage.
Well, waddling.
Well,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And about 10 penises chasing after it like a son of a...
And you have to understand that there were, in a late show Saturday night in Roanoke, Virginia, there was probably
Well, that you said
15,
it all.
Yeah.
Wasn't there like a women's bowling league was there on that
yeah,
show?
yeah.
I
The
think?
women's
Well, man,
bowling.
it's a bowling
That's right.
league.
The bowling.
They were
team.
having their
yes, they
awards
were. They were
dinner.
having their- yeah. So they got the boy. You can't.
Boy,
beat
they
a
got
night
what they
with-
paid for.
with the novelty. Yep, it sure was. But that's true, and I had to play along. That was our
Well, it's
job.
good you do.
So I just
And-
went. There's one now.
Every time I tell these stories like this, I always finish it with, and you don't get that from cable TV. You've
No.
got to go see live comedy shows
That
to
you
see
do.
things like a Jolly Jumping Vagina.
Yes, you do. Well, we look forward to doing a lot more of these with you. I have had a wonderful time and way too many drinks. So thank you all so much.
We'll see you.